If you are a Flash user, you know the stage in the library can become a pretty cluttered place. In Edge, this is dealt with in the same way it is handled in Flash. Convert an object to a symbol and it can be constantly reused in the composition. Not only that, but if the same symbol needs to be reused in multiple compositions, Edge symbols can be exported out of one composition and imported into others. In this lesson, we're going to perform both tasks. You'll notice that we have some clouds in the background here that are moving across the stage. And if you twirl down the Assets area of the library, you'll see that there's an Images folder, and inside the Images folder are a couple of images: car body, car wheel, and background. So we're going to have a car go zooming across the stage. First step in the process is, let's bring the car body on. And holy smokes, that thing is huge. Not only that, we're going to need two wheels that are spinning. And this would be a good time to convert this car to a symbol. Now, to convert an object to a symbol, you can do it one of two ways. You can right-click on the object right on the stage and convert to symbol. Now, if you're on a Mac, you're going to control-click and select Convert to Symbol, or you can just click the plus sign in the Symbols area of the library, Add Symbol, and you can see that Convert Selection to Symbol is one of your choices. Select it, and let's name that symbol Racer. Now, autoplay timeline means that when the object or the symbol is on the timeline, anything motion inside that symbol will automatically play. So you click OK, and the car is there, but you really don't know if it's a symbol. Well, you do. There's right here. This is a little playback. Now, to open up the symbol, what you do is you just double-click it, and that's called editing in place. And you can see that there's the racer symbol and there's the stage. So you can actually put symbols inside of symbols inside of symbols. This is called nesting. And what we need is a wheel. So we're going to bring the car wheel onto the stage. And we're going to put it right there. And the wheel really should be a symbol in itself because it's going to have its own motion. We want the wheel to rotate. So again, we're just going to convert this wheel to a symbol. Right-click, convert to symbol, and we'll call it wheel. Click OK. Double-click the symbol, and we're now inside the car wheel. And we'll call this one rear, just so we know which one it is. And what we're going to do is rotate it. So you make sure that you've got the auto keyframe selected. Click on the wheel. And we're going to give it a rotate keyframe. So you come over to the properties, give it a rotate, and then we're going to take it out to the 2-second mark. Let's make it rotate 4 times. So we'll make it 1440. Press return, got a keyframe, and if we scrub across, you can see we've got a spinning wheel. Now that we have a spinning wheel, why not bring another copy of this symbol to the car? So we're going to go back to the racer, and we've got the wheel symbol there. You can see, double click it, we're right inside the wheel. Back to racer, and we can twirl up the wheel symbol, and what we're going to do is bring another copy of the wheel symbol, and we'll put it at the front, and we'll get it into place. And that pink line tells you that it's aligned. That's a smart guide. And you can see that it's got translate X and translate Y. We really don't need those properties. So you can select those two properties and delete them from the timeline. Okay, so what's this playback thing about? Well, if we come across, you can see that we've got 2 spinning wheels going here. And what we're going to do is take our wheels, and we'll call this one front. And if we take the playhead and we just pull it out to the 1-second mark, right about there, and click the plus sign for the playback command, these are commands that will control the playback of the symbol. And there are a number of them here. You can play. In other words, it can automatically play. So if you've got autoplay turned off, selecting play turns it on, basically. Play from will play it from a certain point on the timeline. Play reverse, we'll get it backwards. Play reverse from. We could have it go forward here, and then at the 1-second mark, have it just reverse. We can have it stop, or we can even have it stop at a certain time. So we're just going to select stop. And you can see there's the symbols animation, and then there's this icon here. Now watch what happens to the front wheel when you press the space bar. It spins, and then as soon as it hits that stop command, it stops playing. Now to remove one of these, what you do is you select it, it turns gold, and you press the delete key. Okay, so we've got that done. Now let's go back to the main timeline stage. There's our car, and we've got to make it fit. So we'll just select the transform tool, and we can scale it down just by simply scrubbing across. And there's the car at approximately 29%. And if we take our car and just sort of put it there and get rid of the translate values. Again, I've got auto keyframes turned on, so that'll kick out keyframes. What we want to do is move this across the stage. So you can just right click on it and you can say, look, give me a keyframe on the x-axis. There's the translate x. Let's take it out to the 2-second mark. And just scrub across the translate x value to move it across the stage. And if we rewind and play, you can see we've got the wheel spinning and the car goes off the stage. Now the other really neat thing you can do with this, let's twirl up the racer, is add another car to the animation. So let's get back to the 0 point. And we'll grab the racer. So we bring the Racer 2 car onto the stage. And again, we just move it into position. And we're going to scale it down to 29%, which is about the same size as the other car. And we're going to move it into position, just like that. We don't need a y-axis translation, so we can delete that. And then we'll just come across to the 2-second mark and translate it across the x-axis. And if we test the movie, Command Return or Control Enter, and now 2 cars are driving across the page, although as you can see, the second car is visually blocked by the first. So that's where you can reuse symbols. Okay, so you can use the same symbol twice. And the other thing I can do here is just take this translation strip, move it at, say, 1/4 second. So I'm going to put it 1/4 second behind the other one. Rewind, test again. And you can see that now the second car is trailing the first across the stage. Now the other thing that you can do here is you can actually export these symbols and reuse them in other animations. So I'm just going to pull this across so I can see it. I'm going to select this symbol here, right click or control click, and there's this export symbol racer. So we're going to select export symbol, and we're going to navigate to our exercise folder, and we're going to call this symbol racer. And what it will do is it will just actually take that symbol and export it to a file format called egglib. Click Save. And there we go. Now let's use the car in another Edge animation. File, New, and we'll just come to the symbols area of the library, import symbols. There's that egglib file. This is an Edge library file. Select it, click Open, and you can see there's the body, there's the wheel, so the images come with it. There's the main symbol, there's the nested symbol, so we'll just pull the racer onto the stage, and you can see, there we go. We've got the symbol in a different Edge movie, and if we test it, you can see the wheels will spin, and all that stuff will go on. So there you go. There's using symbols in Edge. In this exercise, I showed you how to create a symbol and share it with another Edge composition. I also showed you how to create a symbol by selecting an object, placing it on the stage, and then using the Convert to Symbol option in the menu, and by also seeing how you can easily just click the plus sign in the symbol area of the library panel. We also looked at how to put symbols inside symbols, called nesting, which is how we got the wheels to spin.